Hello, my name is Shadowleo, welcome back to another episode of Columbian Space Initiative Supreme Ultimate, and in previous episode we did manage to attack a little bit here. Also we shot down quite a few enemy planes on the eastern front, so to speak, and that has been continuing between the episodes. I decided to go slightly forward, so as you can see we've taken the town over here already and we destroyed the garrison of both of these, so I think the next target is going to be that one then. So let's actually move into infantry there. We got some more infantry that we can move in. I think our plane took quite a bit of damage from that particular one though. Let's go and destroy the AA gun there, just so that our planes don't get harassed quite as much. They do have some planes of their own, which we do need to be slightly careful with. But today we shall take Phoenix. Oh, and we got the aircraft production completed here, so let's have a look. We're currently producing Wrens, which are quite good in fact. They got 66 kilometer range and they do 40 and 50 on close and mid-air targets. And then they do a little bit damage on ground units as well. They got combat time of 12, so that's not too bad. They got decent move range, and it shouldn't take too long for them to get there. They can carry missiles, but we don't have any missile production, so it doesn't really matter. But if we got that one, now there is the fulcrums as well, which are slightly higher damage but lower range on the weapons at least. It takes the same amount of time to build them, but I think we'll start building more fulcrums actually. So we'll have a nice balance of those two. Oh, right, yeah, we're building some fulcrums, probably in Mexico. Yeah, down here. Well, it's a good thing that we have some of them. Okay, so we are now assaulting the garrison there. Let's get the infantry, well, reinforcements should be arriving there shortly. Send in that one, you can be sent back to repairs, I reckon. A bit of extra firepower should go a long way. And we'll give these units a few moments before we move forward again. Get the troops in there. Sounds like, yep, these are still firing a lot, so that means that we are probably destroying quite a bit of enemy planes. We just captured that one. Could go to Salina. Do we have... we got some infantry there, we got some tanks, so technically, yeah, it would be possible. Then over here, we could just move the front forward once again. You there. So that will free up the infantry for other assaults if need be. Or at least some of the infantry. Plus we got this group over here that we could utilize in somewhere. Why is that one? Oh, it's infantry. Okay, let's just keep you on the move. I might actually increase the aircraft production here even further, although I do wonder. What with the missile production, it is a bit expensive in comparison to the aircraft production, at least. You know, I'll go mostly with the aircraft production then. Make that a quite full production place, but we have been building a lot of airfields as well, or at least airfields every now and then, so that we should be able to at least have capacity for decent airforce in USA. And then we can start to wrestle the air control away from them. Right, I think it's time for us to attack Phoenix. We'll probably send in some of the tanks there to give a bit of a hand. Oh, there was a Green Beret over there. Well, that's not going to last. And that's a lot of garrisons, and now the airplane's coming. Getting there. You need to pull back for repairs, and the other two need to pull back for just resupplying. But the infantry has now taken the lead in here, and I'm pretty sure that they will be able to push through. I mean, we may need to pull back some of these, but once the reinforcements arrive at least, then it should be fine. But Phoenix will be ours today. And crowds are 20 days away, so 3 weeks. do wonders. A little defensive upgrades, that's soft target defense by 10%, so that's actually going to be quite useful. The leap infantry is still going to take some time. The leap infantry level 2, it says that it's worldwide, but I'm not entirely sure if that's going to be the case. Like, it doesn't show us the option to research it yet, at least. Now, we can get you there. We've got these 4 that we can move in closer as well. In fact, you can probably stay here. You can go back for repairs. These 3 can be moved in again. Oh, but we can use our tanks for this combat. Good. That should help a fair bit, yeah. A lot of the garrisons are going down now in strength. Move you a little bit more centered there. You can probably move closer to the battles as well. Good. Let's move in these there. We can pull you back a tiny bit. Then we'll move into Phoenix, destroy the place with the artillery. Ah, we got barracks in Borneo now. Good. And down to 14 billion though, so we may need to lower some of the funding somewhere. Or just increase production to... Okay, the food... or the agriculture price is still pretty decent. Rubber price has dropped. So I'm going to lower the production back to 63% capacity. Then timber is okay-ish. We can't increase the petroleum production anymore. Well, I mean, other than building more. Coal is still doing okay. I mean, we might want to limit that a little bit at some point. Oh, metal ore. We may want to lower the production to mostly meet the demand again. Because the price has gone down quite rapidly there. And looks like the energy price has dropped quite a bit as well. So I'm just going to drop that production. Now, to be fair, we are technically selling that on profit, but at the same time, it does take some other resources that could be then sold. At least some of them do. Right, let's get into Phoenix then. It is time. So there's actually a lot of garrison in Sun City. But we can send artillery, oh not artillery, tanks down here from the south to flank the enemy, and that should do quite a bit of work. I don't think there's any, no, there's no barracks down here. It might be worth building one in Phoenix. So let's build, actually let's build an air defense there. And then we'll build also a barracks. Because the air defenses are going to be useful, because I reckon there's going to be areas down up in the north at least where they can still attack for a long while. So having some sort of defense in this region certainly doesn't hurt. Okay, so we destroy the garrisons other than in Sun City. So I suppose move in there. Move in the tanks to start weakening them already. I suppose we can actually move both of the tank troops. That 5 hours should be enough to at least destroy, I don't know, 2 maybe? And now that infantry has arrived, they should go rather quickly, although the tanks are now running out of supplies, so we'll need to pull them back. They were taking some hits for the infantry. But no, I think we'll be able to win this. I mean, we may need to pull back 1 or 2 infantry units from the battle before we win it, but other than that, it should be fine. Let's actually gather up these in Phoenix. Oh, I see you. Well, we do have a tiny bit of garrison there. And we build a barracks in Santa Fe. Good. So we're going to repair down there, and that should increase the supply reach along the... Actually, the railway does reach pretty far, so do they... They don't really have supplies in there. Okay. Just keep on advancing these slightly closer. There's a lot of tanks that we have extra right now. So we destroyed the garrison? Yes, we did. We didn't actually take all that much damage. So that's nice. So we can take Sun City. You can park yourself just in front of that. I don't suppose we have a lot of... oh, right, you're going for repairs. We got a couple of infantry over here that we can utilize. for our next operations. I think it might be worthwhile taking approach Penasco. Okay, so at least push that one back. They will need to use quite a bit of resources to repair that, but USA has managed to get a lot of money now. Partially because just the global economy has started taking an upturn, so the industrial goods are actually worth selling. Speaking of which, we should probably produce more of them. Go for 30%. We're also selling quite a bit of military goods, although that profit isn't necessarily all that great. I'm going to lower that to 9%. To have 10,000 tons produced, which should be a fairly decent amount. Okay, the troops is a little bit closer again. Actually pressed the wrong button there. Okay, so we're taking this industrial complex. We can probably take the one with the synthetic oils here as well. At least I would imagine that we can. Now we will potentially have some problems with supplies in here. At the same time, if we can take that railway and then cut to the Colorado River here. I believe that's the Colorado River, I could be mistaken. But yeah, going to there would be some crossings that we can defend. Now the question is, like currently we're just taking more and more land on the middle here, but we need to start pushing either to west or to east to start concentrating troops and start just defending elsewhere, honestly. So we'll actually pull you back down hereabouts, maybe? So we can free up some of the tanks there and a few other places, just to get some troops to push either towards New Orleans, which I don't think there's a massive amount of troops here, especially now that we destroyed so much of their air force. I think we're going to start pushing in here. Now we do still have the air defense there, we got the ships over here that can also do some air defense. So we should be able to push through here, I reckon. Also, we've been bombarding quite heavily on that unit there. Well, let's give it a try. We can probably push at least a little bit closer. If need be, we can just build the trenches once again. Now, there is some artillery over here, which is going to be a problem. You can probably get... Hold on. How long of range do you have? 41 kilometers, according to that. Now that can't be correct. Because it's firing all the way there. So it's 80. So over there, that would be 96. Do we have long enough range to actually be at the... Technically. But they might be also able to fire on us, so we'll do it carefully. We'll at least leave the supply trucks behind. Hex, and then... Oh, hello. Get some anti-air guns down here, I suppose. Provide some protection on the flank there, and over here, that's 4 infantry. Probably keep on moving over here. I think with some extra troops we should be able to take that. Do we have any... Well, we've got some artillery over there, which might not be a bad idea to be moved down this way. Start attacking on Orleans again, and then from there we can then start pushing further north, take Jackson, then go further east to Mobile, Pensacola. Pensacola is actually important for us to take because that is an airfield. Although, now that I said that, one thing that I could do is I can take my ships, at least some of the ships. Which one? You can have a lot of Yugumos. I'll take you there. I will take the one with the transport over there as well, because we should have the supplies in here right now. Yeah, we do. So the idea is, I'll take my anti-aircraft, or the escorts down here to shoot any planes leaving the airfield, and thus we can already damage them before they get to do damage on us. Well, they might start fighting the ships, but I have a feeling that if need be we can pull back, or otherwise it's going to cause a lot of damage on the enemy. Alright, you can probably push in there, you can push in there. There is some artillery around here, so we do need to be careful. We are slowly getting closer. Now that is a lot of garrisons in there, but now we're bombarding them with our artillery. So that should give us a bit of an advantage. Also, I believe we have some infantry around here that we can start sending to the eastern front. It feels weird to be talking about eastern front and not be talking about Russia, but oh well, it happens. We should have more. Oh, that's actually quite a stack there. Okay, you need to pull back already. And now the Air Force comes in. We can actually move the transport, or not the transport, the escorts a little bit closer. That, oh no, it's doing it again. It refuses to follow my orders. So now it's retreating, which way? All the way there? So it's going to be destroyed. Okay, let's just pull all of these back. Those two that are damaged will be destroyed because they refuse to follow the order, so they try to retreat into the river, which is pointless task. Oh, is there? Okay, there is artillery in there. The artillery isn't really the problem, is it? Although that reminds me, I do have the... There's a lot of enemies over there. Where are the Gumos? I believe I sent them... Oh no, I was going to send them somewhere, but I didn't. There you are. Let's do a bit of a travel down here. Suppose we could go there, and then over there. And over here we'll start destroying little by little all the units that they have brought in here. Okay, well, we pushed back one of the helicopters, but you need to go back to get some repairs already. But yeah, with the escorts, we can actually do a decent bit of damage in there. Hey, we destroyed the garrison in here, we destroyed the artillery as well. It's time to push in. You need to get some reinforcements, I reckon. Let's get the escorts on this side so we can destroy that infantry without having to fight it. Because we lost one of the beaches. Oh, wow, yeah. I think it's time to retreat. That ship was doing way too much damage. Or not ship, the helicopter. Or maybe... Maybe there was a submarine or something in here. Oh, I don't know. But we took a lot of damage, so let's just pull back. Before we lose too many of our ships. Now, how's the situation here in the west? I think we can move you to the crossroad. There's some infantry over here to protect the flank. You can get into Phoenix. We've got some tanks over here that we can probably move in to the western side here. Oh right, that was the one that we wanted to take. So how about we start pushing our infantry down that way. Move in the artillery over there. And then let's get this here. Now I know that we probably have basically no supplies for most of these units here, so that's going to be an issue. One thing that I suppose I could do, well, there's not a lot of supplies around here, is there? No, there is not. Like, Phoenix has a decent bit of supplies, but that's about it. I mean, it might spread over time, but not very quickly. The Crows are 10 days away. We should be able to get that quite soon then. Maybe even this episode. Let's get you over there just to protect the flanks slightly more. Because they are sending a lot of planes down here. We could send you up there. And the air defense is going to take a long while to be completed. Because we did take that one. These two probably need to get some repairs. So does that one. Is the infantry reinforcements arriving? Well, slowly. Slowly. Okay, we should have a bit more troops around here, I reckon. Yeah, we've got a lot of elite forces being built. So let's send you down there. I reckon if we have enough infantry we can push through here. I think the first thing that we need to do is we need to go in here, destroy the garrison over there and there at the same time. Or we can attack from the... well... let's see, that's swamp. Technically we can go through there. So we can attack Marrero first. Then we can get into the city and destroy both of the garrisons here. And then take that one. Although yeah, this might actually be easier. Because one, it's on the railway, so we can actually quickly retreat if need be. Destroy the garrisons over there. Then over here. Then we can actually attack even Marrero and then take all in. So it should be fine. That way, I reckon. Is it defensive upgrades? Right, elite infantry after that. Chameleon armor. Advanced Tremaran vessels. Kilometric projectors. So there's still basically nothing that is directly going to advance our Man on Mars mission. Although, if I remember correctly... no, that's still pretty far away. I can hear a lot of planes around here again. Not entirely sure if we destroy any. And there's been some battle down here. Where are... okay, so our artillery is down on this side. Probably for the best, actually. But yeah, we'll want to take that. We'll set up a bit more air defense over there, I reckon. I was capture a spy from USA. Let's actually have a look. So how far? If it's 150 kilometers... so from here we could actually defend the bridge area, more or less, but not beyond that. So that might not be the best place to have a air defense there. Probably want to set up the air defense over here then. And then over here. Oh, that's another tank coming in. If we had artillery, that would be a dead man. I suppose what I can do is I can drop in another tank there, so the extra damage should be enough. Or rather, if we had artillery there, which actually we can get. The railways are rather close, so we should be able to get there without too much issues. Got a bit more infantry, I think we'll send them to the west. Okay, so we haven't actually captured any of this yet. What we can do is we can move in the ships over here, so that will cut off the... oh, no, it doesn't. Okay, well that's some infantry. And yeah, if we take these, we can at least destroy the artillery over there. Although there's probably a bit more somewhere around here. Oh right, and it's the exoskeleton infantry that we're also researching. That does have pretty good stats as well, but it doesn't have a massive combat time. It's about similar to the crows, to be fair. Although, this takes 100 million and 64 days. What about the crows? How much do they take time to build? 44 days, and that is actually cheaper. But yeah, the combat stats are more or less identical, at least the top row there on the combat area, but combat time is so much larger on this one. Plus it's faster and has a longer range. Doesn't necessarily have... okay, the 35 spotting range. How much does the other one have? 42, so it is a little bit longer spotting range. But yeah, I think the crows are going to be our primary tool of destruction in the near future. I think it's time for us to start attacking there. We'll then probably bring in the artillery a step or two closer. Question is, where would be the best place for it? Maybe we'll go in there. Let's get you in there. And send in these 3. Actually, no, that is 5 units, so we'll send 2 of these in there. Oh, then start attacking that garrison first. And these will need to be switched out rather quickly, so I'll actually start sending everyone in there already. You can go back for repairs already. are going back. You need to go back. Hopefully the reinforcements get there in time, otherwise we are in trouble. Oh, come on. Are you doing it again? Now, I want you to retreat that way. I really hate when they decide midway through, like they're right at the border there, and then they realize, oh no, actually I want to exit to the other hex there. Like, it's so infuriating. I've lost so many units because of that. Now I realize that they want to go away from the enemy, but like there's two of them, so they should be retreating probably down here rather than there. Well, I suppose it doesn't. Figure out what is the closest to the friendly lines, just what is away. Okay, but at least the enemy garrisons are now falling. Like, garrisons up north were already defeated, and now it's just destroying the garrison, defending the artillery. And there we go, the artillery has been destroyed. There we go, and with that we are unfortunately out of time for this episode. So if you enjoyed this, please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. I'll check out the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, bye bye.